Welcome to SpongeBob's Crazy Family Adventure. Let's explode your mood. SpongeBob is looking for a chance to tell his parents that he's still their little kid and will never grow up to be a mature adult. Mom and Dad were living it up in the Krusty Krab village until their house turned into a muddy mess. They had no choice but to bring their bad luck to SpongeBob, entertaining himself in a silly outfit. SpongeBob was thrilled his parents were moving in, but realized they hadn't seen him in ages. They don't want to see the goofy SpongeBob, so he pretends to be mature to avoid worrying them. So he started cleaning his room, but his buddy Doggo kept trying to play silly games with him, saying, "Type protect animals for random surprise." When his parents walked in, they saw SpongeBob in a ridiculous outfit, a pop cigar in his mouth, blowing a kiss at Mom. The awkwardness was off the charts. This is the reality for many kids and parents. SpongeBob planned a whole day of boring activities for his parents with zero fun. Of course, bedtime was before 4 p.m. Dad hated it, but Mom gave SpongeBob some slack, and 4 p.m. approached. Mom and Dad were laid out in bed with wide eyes, while SpongeBob prepared warm milk and light meat. Just then, Squidward's alarm went off, and SpongeBob, aiming to be serious, gave old Squidward a good scolding. Squidward was taken aback, thinking, what in the jellyfish is happening? Dad felt this life was too depressing and dull. Then Dad suggested they go out for fun. Mom had been waiting for those words, and they snuck out, staggering home in the wee hours. At this moment, SpongeBob was growing increasingly impatient while waiting at home, quietly contemplating, "Oh boy, this kind of behavior is really going to make my parents worried sick." They decided to show him the true nightlife, starting with Squidward's house, where Mom actually threw toilet paper on the roof. Dad got mad and forced SpongeBob out to join the fun, and Mom and Dad were laughing so hard they barely escaped. They arrived at the wildest wrestling arena, and crazily, Mom and Dad didn't just come to watch, they jumped right into the ring. SpongeBob was terrified, unable to watch as his parents were beaten. He sat below, nervously holding his breath, the wails echoing. With no other choice, SpongeBob rushed in with a cardboard box, only to find the ring empty. Mom and Dad were cheering him on from before SpongeBob could process it. A terrifying creature charged at him. SpongeBob screamed for his parents to save him, but looks like they forgot to check the fishing line. They pulled him out, ending the chaos. Turns out the Grim Reaper was just Doggo, but he was too chicken to admit it, so he made SpongeBob deal with it himself. SpongeBob felt like crying, and then they headed to a skate rink. Mom and Dad went wild on skates, SpongeBob chasing, fearing their hurt in the amusement park. In a late night, Mom and Dad returned home happy, while SpongeBob was practically sobbing his heart out. Facing his parents' wild antics, SpongeBob finally lost it and shouted, "I just wanted to act mature and not worry, but all you want is to take me out for fun." SpongeBob's feelings were totally all over the place. SpongeBob could no longer contain his inner child, excitedly swapped back to his silly clothes and darted around, causing the pineapple house to instantly transform into a scene of chaotic ruins. If you enjoyed this crazy story, don't forget to subscribe to my channel.